And a letter written by a mom to her 13-year-old son has been shared more than 150,000 times on Facebook in the last few days. But what is it about this letter striking such a chord? Travis is here with the backstory and some context.
Yeah, so you probably have seen this or you will see it. It is kind of all over the parenting blogs this morning. The backstory here is this mom. Now she is using a pseudonym because she says that she and her family have sort of escaped a domestic violence situation. So we'll just call her Estelle. But this is the letter that she posted on Facebook that has now been shared 150,000 times. It's Dear Aaron to her 13-year-old son. She goes on to talk about how you were disrespectful. You said you wanted to earn your own money and earn your own keep, and that you should be able to do whatever you want to. So here's a bill. Here's what rent will cost. Here's what electricity will cost. Here's what the internet costs. Here's what food costs. And I expect all of those things to actually get your stuff back because I've gone into your room and taken all of it and turned off the Wi-Fi and all of these things. So if you want to be roommates, she says at the end, then we'll be roommates. But if you'd like to go back to just being my kid, then we can talk.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
That's pretty extreme.
Pretty extreme.
What does the internet say about that?
So, 150,000 shares and thousands of comments. She has taken to Twitter to say she's now been locked out of her Facebook page. There's been so much activity, and she's worried about being identified as a domestic abuse survivor. But the debate is raging. She actually says in the comments thread when she was able to get to Facebook that it worked, that her kid actually started listening. They went to the grocery store. He asked about what things cost. Could he contribute to the family budget? Those kinds of things. But there are a lot of people on Facebook who say this is just extreme, bad parenting. This is not the way to raise your kiddos. So the debate rages, and at this moment, since she's locked out of her page, she just kind of watches it from the sideline.
I think that the one real valuable takeaway there for young people is to understand how much these things cost that a lot of kids take for granted. They don't realize how much it costs to pay your mortgage and your heat and, you know, the internet, you know, your cable that you enjoy, the Wi-Fi, which the mom turned off.
That's exactly right. And if you...
Car insurance.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's a game we're getting into here in not too long.
There was an episode of an 80s sitcom where I think a dad tried to do this with his kiddo in Monopoly money, and I remember that from my childhood.
And how did that go? Real well?
Yeah, real well. I believe that the kiddo ended up sleeping on the floor and, you know, that kind of thing.
Right, Travis. Thanks. Thank you. 8:50.